So we're now moving on to twos. So we had a couple possible twos in the room. Two's pride, or two's vice is pride. I totally spoiled that one for you. I said it in the wrong direction. But twos don't look like people who you would expect to be prideful. These are people who are kind of covertly prideful. And the way that their pride plays out is not so much in, hey, look at me, look at how great I am. It's in the fact that they are so helpful and they're so in tune with other people's needs and so able to kind of meet people's needs, they start to act like they don't have needs of their own. And that's really where the pride for the two comes in. It's not so much in, hey, look at me, how great I am, but really in assuming that they don't have any needs. These people are incredibly helpful. They're the people who clean up the yoga studio after everybody's left. They're the ones who, if you say that like, oh, I'm short on cash, like, oh, don't worry, I'll spot you lunch. It's all good. And then they'll spot you the next time, and you never really get the chance to pay them back because they don't want that. Because they don't want to be in touch with their own needs. Their virtue, as they start to do their work, their virtue is humility. And what humility looks like for a two is getting really in touch with what they really need and then allowing themselves to receive that from the people in their lives. That reception part is so hard for twos, but that's the piece of humility that they really need. Twos grow the most by practicing svadhyaya, which in the Yoga Sutras, in the yamas and niyamas, is self-study. So really looking inward and figuring out what is it that I want. Also practicing practice and non-attachment. So a lot of times with twos giving and their wonderful, generous spirit, there's a lot of give to get energy. Like, I'm going to give you this and hoping that you're going to give me something in return. Do I know what that thing is? No. Am I going to tell you what I want? No. I just expect you to know and to give it to me. And so that happens a lot with twos. And so when twos, they're naturally generous. So when twos can give from a place without expecting anything in return, like really, like deeply, not just like, oh no, I'm fine, don't worry about it. But actually, no, this is mine to do, this is mine to give, and I'm happy to give it. That's a huge piece for twos. And that will revolutionize twos' relationships with other people. Because we've all gotten gifts where something was kind of expected in return. It doesn't feel good. And that's a sense that a lot of people in twos' lives have. Like, that doesn't feel great. And so when twos can give freely, they open themselves up to completely change their relationships. But that takes self-study, getting in tune with what they need. And then twos experience presence as an empathetic connection and resonance with the world. So twos being shameful, they don't know, they don't feel like they're in the world. They don't feel connected to people because of their sense of shame. And so they're trying to work to be helpful in order to be connected. Like, if I'm helping you and you need me and you need my help all the time and I'm always there for you, then we're going to be connected. But when a two can slow down and be present to the moment, to their emotional needs, their intellectual needs, the needs of their body, they realize we're all already connected. We're already in this web that you couldn't get out of if you tried. And the only thing that's in the way of twos experiencing that is kind of this personality's way of trying to manufacture that feeling.